Hey everyone, Carl Brown here. Today we're going to finally start playing some chords. We're going to learn what's called our basic open position chords. It's usually the first thing that pretty much anyone who starts learning the guitar, it's one of the first things they learn. There's going to be 8 in all. Now I don't want you to think that these are beginner chords. They're basic chords, but they're probably going to be the most used chords you use for your whole guitar playing life. They are used constantly in popular music all over the place. So pay attention the next few lessons. It's going to be part 1 today. We're going to cover learning A major and D major, and then we're going to go on from there. Okay? Have fun. Think about what chords we want to learn first, and we're going to start with A major and D major. Now these are, I'm not really doing these in order of difficulty or anything. Some you may find more difficult than others, but if you just keep practicing them slowly, like we do in this lesson, you'll quickly get them down and it just becomes second nature to you. So we're going to start with A major, and if you look on the music download sheet, you'll see a chord chart there, and just in case you don't know how to read that, what it basically is a picture of the guitar neck. So if you look on that box, the far right line that goes up and down is a vertical line. That is going to be the smallest string on the guitar. It's called the E string. And then, so that's string number 1. And then the next line beside it is string 2, on down to string 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you'll see that there'll be 6 vertical lines. And we're going to look at them from right to left. So that'll be from the smallest string across to the biggest string. Now, they basically, the lines going up and down, or horizontally up and down, are the frets. Now, they actually put a dot right where you put it. So you don't actually play on the fret, you play in the space, preferably right behind the fret. So we're going to look at this first A major chord, and you'll see how we work it out. And we're just going to do it one string at a time. Okay, so let's start with that first string. You'll notice that there'll be a 0 behind the string up on the top of the chart. That means hit that string open. Okay, so playing that string open, you don't have to put any fingers on it. But the string will be sounded and struck with the pick in the right hand. The next note, now this A major chord, by the way, is fingered many different ways. So I'm going to kind of teach you this basic way first, which is going to help us when we get to bar chords. So what I'm going to do is going to have you, on that second string, you'll see that that dot is written in the second space, or we like to call it second fret. So take your pinky and place it right there. And you'll see a 4 in that black dot. That means the 4 is for your pinky. The fingers are numbered 1 for index, 2 for middle, 3 for ring, and then 4 for pinky. So the 4, the pinky, goes there, second fret. The next string down, you'll see a dot into the second space again, and that'll be your third finger, and that's where this goes right here. Keep this 4 down, lower the 3, then do the same thing. We're staying in the same fret again, and we have the second fret with your second finger on the 4th string. And then we make our way all the way down to the 5th string, which has another 0 there. So you do play that string, it's an open string. That's what gives these chords their name, open position, because there's open strings in them. And you'll notice that there's nothing, I think there's an X on the bottom string, which means you don't play it. So in the picking hand, if you look at the picking hand, you just take your pick after you got all these notes in your hand, and take it and start from the 5th string and just strum it across. Just like that. And just do that a few times. Now, you notice where my thumb is at here. For these open position chords, all 8 of them that we're going to learn, it's very comfortable to have your thumb kind of sitting up here on the top of the neck like this, kind of hunched over the neck. It's not something that you're going to be playing through when you're playing most scales or bar chords or power chords or anything like that. You have to have your thumb in a different position than that. But for this works. Okay, so feel free to put your thumb up here and keep your fingers very arched. You don't want them leaning down into the strings underneath them, because it'll mute them out. And to make sure no strings are muted, I would pick one string at a time. Just do that a few times. And if you find one that's muted, you fix it and then do it again. And then eventually we have the whole thing sounding nice. Let's move on to the D major chord. D major chord is a little bit smaller chord shape. It's going to start on the first string again, which is where we're going to start reading. And we have our second finger at the second fret. Then we place our third finger at the third fret on the second string. And then your first finger on the second fret of the third string. And you can see in the chart, the fourth string is open. So we're going to hit that open. And the two bottom strings on the guitar, bottom I mean in pitch, so the lowest in pitch, but the farthest left strings are not played. So this time when you grab your pick, you're going to start the strum on the fourth string only. So you only hit 4 strings, and you just strum across the strings. Try to keep a nice light strum. And then try to separate the strings, listening for them. Okay, so these chords might seem kind of difficult in the beginning, but stick with it, keep practicing, keep it clean, and we're going to add some more tomorrow. So let's see what you can do with these guys. All right, see you soon.